like I was already there. Okay. Wrong button. I received a letter. I wonder if it's in my... Sealed note. Oh. This is what I didn't read from that guy. And he was telling me about the bombs. If I had the foresight to read this, I might have saved the town. Damn. That sucks, man. But I mean, that's what I get for not paying attention to the things I'm picking up and reading them. Hello.
This never takes so long in Paradise.
No. This way. No. Oh, a poison vial. Don't know what's up with that. Okay. Where did we... Came in from there. And somehow made a really odd circle. Let's hit up this merchant. Hello.
The attack sounded terrible. I could hear the fight from in here. It's getting harder and harder to pretend everything's all right.
The guards will make sure you're safe.
That's what they say. But every day they're trying to find fresh recruits to make up for their losses. Anyway, can I get you anything? Need your energy up in this day and age.
Yep, I'll just take your health potions, thank you.
Fish! Get your fish!
You there!
Hello.
The one with the face. Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a simple favor?
What do you want?
Hello, friend. Has anyone mentioned you look especially fungal today? Really, it's radiant. I've got a bit of a personal matter, and I'd appreciate some help.
What's wrong?
A kind and helpful soul comes to my aid. Long story short, my friend, I ordered some goods, something I'd rather stay private. Embarrassing, you know. So, I'm quite desperate for a friendly and discreet courier.
What's in the package?
Oh, you know, I'm just an...
Mario,
with my
go. Oh,
package.
there it is.
To find them, I'd have to follow the path. They communicate through graffiti, if you can believe it. I've not been able to find any of it, though. Maybe you'll have better luck.
Why do they only speak through graffiti?
Look, it wasn't my idea. I assume it's mostly to make sure Hajime doesn't find them.
Who's Hajime?
Oh, you've yet to meet our local law enforcement? Then he's definitely no one. Be sure to immediately leave the marketplace and ignore him entirely. Well, looks like you best be off. Be sure to get there and back quick as you can. I'll be here waiting. Don't forget your friend Daiko. and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Okay. Bounties. We will pick up all of these.
It'll be good to have just a...
Ooh, scary.
Enjoy. Put him out of his misery, will you? I've heard of... Let me know when you've taken care of the Zarin.
Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Fish! Get your fish!
Welcome back. How can I help?
You're a merchant. What do you got? Just some lockpicks.
Oh, maybe
Hello.
I should hire...
Damn my eyes! A child of Adir! Indulge an old soul, envoy. My dear envoy, just the sight of you recalls fond memories of more civilized days.
Very nice to see you again. Remind me of your name?
Oh, we are strangers to each other, envoy, but not for long, eh? I spent many pleasant days in your homeland. Nights, too. Or rather, in her ports.
If he loves the Empire so much, perhaps he should go live there.
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall grass pikemen on parade.
Surely you've seen your fill of Adiran pageantry out west in Paradise.
I'm afraid I don't make it down the coast much anymore. Not since the loss of my men. Ah, my wandering. Forgive me, envoy. This land takes its toll on my mind and spirit both. I am Nagunu, beleaguered captain of an incorrigibly roustabout crew. Dear Tawe, Koa, Ranga. They saw Adir with me, you know, then abandoned me here. Oh, I miss them terribly.
Nostalgia and alcohol are a dangerous mixture.
I am drunk on memory only, and perhaps some regret. I only wish I could invite my crew to my table, to share one last drink and part as friends.
If you want me to find your crew, Captain, just say so.
You would do that? Venture out into the wastes to look for them?
I'm already going to be out there. Consider it done.
I knew the moment I saw you, you were a paragon of your people. If anyone could convince Tawe, Koa, and Ranga to share one last drink with me, it's you.
Where can I find Tawe?
Just to the northeast, living by an oasis in the Sand Sea. No fence, no walls, no roof, exposed to the world. But that's our Tawe. Nothing ever troubled him that the stars couldn't fix.
What do you know of Koa? Kauha?
Deathly serious, Koa was, about every little thing. Fled to the shark's teeth with a few others when the plague came. He always had a fragile soul.
What should I know about Ruanga?
She's a scholar of munitions, happier in the hold with gunpowder than out beneath the sky. I expect she's still holed up in the mine outside of town, polishing her arms.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for him.
Of course. You have been more than generous with your time as it is. Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work, envoy, and in all your labors to come.
Another day, another drunkard.
Hello.
Welcome to the Dead Swordfish. I wondered when I'd see you around here. What can I do for you?
You were expecting me?
Are you kidding? After what you did at the gates? Anybody who's anybody comes through my tavern. Just a matter of when. Now, did you want something, or are you just here to see me?
Seems like you get a lot of trade through here.
That's an understatement. You want to hawk wares, you come to Thirdborn. Legitimate, or, well, you know. Nothing like Paradise, of course. But people here are a little more forgiving than the Adirans. Oh, no offense.
A thriving economy benefits everyone. Adir could stand to loosen up.
You're not shy about your opinions, are you? You're practically local. Actually, I've been waiting for a few barrels of mead to come through. My supplier, Falkeen, has been sitting on it. Some Adiran oomph should change his mind. I'd be happy to reward you if you don't mind talking to him. Now, did you want something, or are you just here to see me?
What do you have? Some stealth armor? Ooh. 40 max stamina. Extra might and extra power damage. We might come back for those boots. We'll buy this, even though I don't look at it.
If you're going out to the Highlands, watch your back. They're dangerous.
Don't need to talk to that guy again. Okay.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Hello?
Be nice if we had guns like.
Well, well, if it isn't the one who finally cleared out the mines. Glad to see you. And you'll be glad to hear I can bring the prices down, too.
Do you know how to forge this and anything?
I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see star metal in my lifetime. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. But the Forge Master in Solace Keep is probably your best bet if you're looking for someone who does.
What do you have for sale? Lots of weapons. Some armor. Lockpicks. We're sitting pretty on money, so let's just buy her corrupted as well.
Don't tell me you're out of linen. We need to make bandages.
I don't know what you expect me to do. I can't just make more linen out of thin air.
What am I supposed to do?
Hello.
You want everyone to bleed out?
Ah, hello, stranger. Welcome to Thirdborn. How can the Tiranui help?
What exactly are the Tiranui?
We just keep the peace in and around town. We're just a bit overwhelmed right now. Apparently, some here think I'm not doing enough. I'd like to see them try.
I'm not gonna tell him the
Okay.
other two things because I feel like I don't quite know that yet. Alright. Close the bounties. And close those for now. Yeah, I'm not sure about
Who needs fabric?
telling that guy about
If you need material for bandages,
all the
I have
illegal
some.
things that are happening.
I'll even give you a good price. Wish I could give it out for free, but I still have to eat.
Oh, my intellect. Understood.
Everything is going up in price. It's getting harder and harder to survive here. This plague needs to end soon. I don't know what we'll do if it doesn't. Anyway, did you need any linens? Silk?
Grimoires. Probably all light armor. Boots. A perception trinket. I will buy your flowers. And that's it.
Who needs fabric? We still have stuff.
Godlike. Over here.
Hello.
Godlike. Winds above. You're really here. I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Thirdborn. We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like my Uncle Capo.
Capo's your uncle? He's a well-known hunter. Almost as good as me.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his work.
No wonder you're proud. You're related to the best hunter in town.
Exactly. Uncle Capo's the greatest warrior Thirdborn's ever seen. But, well, Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience. If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another? You know?
Sure.
If you need something, get over here and talk to me.
First, I'm gonna read all your stuff.
Oh, let me guess. My Nikai sent you. That kid's been muttering about sending some new hero by.
I did meet Chico. They seem nice.
Damn child won't stop hovering over me. They keep trying to send so-called heroes over to cheer me up. But there's not much point these days. Back when Thirdborn was no more than a husk on the cliffside, we had real heroes. I've slain 1,000 Zorops, wrestled rock beetles, even slew the Leviathan.
Leviathan hunting? How thrilling. I simply must know more.
Ah, let me tell you. I had but a few harpoons and a single boat that morning. It had taken days to track the creature. My food and water were running out. When I found it, the beast heaved itself up from the water and crashed down onto me. And there, I thrust a harpoon deep into its belly and killed it. Oh, it took days to tow its body back on the flotsam of my boat.
Not that anyone asked, but it sounds to me like the fish killed itself.
Ah, well, those days are long past. I'm a sick old man now. Not much I can do in Thirdborn anymore. Still, maybe Chico was onto something when they sent you. You're the one who cleared the dream thralls at the gates, aren't you? Good to know someone is looking out for Thirdborn at least. I tell you what. This old man would like to ask a boon of you. One hero to another. I promise it'll be worth your while.
Sure.
I want to see my heart one last time. Will you get it for me?
I'm sorry, you're what?
A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, it becomes as hard as Adra, and 100 times as valuable. And I had the only one in the living lands. I couldn't just leave it on my kitchen table now, could I? No, I kept it safe, hidden up in the godless ruin along the coast. But now, I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, well, I left that old ruin with a few tricks for would-be thieves. Step carefully.
Thanks for the tip. We would have explored it eventually. At least now we have a reason.
Good luck, godlike.
Okay. More arrows. But I think I found the only thing they led me to, so. Hello.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Apologies for interrupting, since he is requesting her meat delivery for the dead swordfish.
God, yes, I know that. She's been hounding me about it for a week now. I've had my hands full with other shipments. Cinzia is not the only client I have to answer to.
She has a business to run too. It's unfair to keep her waiting.
I know. But with Paradise under lockdown and Fior with a grain shortage, it's a miracle I can deliver anything on time. Cinzia's always been a good customer. Tell her I'll have her shipment over to her by sundown.
Easy peasy. And we didn't even have to threaten him. This town is kind of small in comparison to the other cities. Okay, let's head over to the dead swordfish.
Ah, the godlike hero. You're back. Getting thirsty yet?
I spoke to Falcon. He'll deliver your meat right away.
You did. Fantastic. If only everyone in Thirdborn were as helpful as you. Here, for your troubles. I'll give you the best deal in the city, too. Need anything else?
No, that's everything.
Stay safe out there.
Just want to get a cool shot of that Leviathan head. Kind of creepy. Alright, we needed to go talk to Yatzli. Of course, she's on the opposite side of town, but that's not her fault. That's mine.
Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package.
Yoo-hoo! Over here, dearie. Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting.
Sorry.
I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Ringrim?
They say the sight of her drives men to such terror they cut out their eyes and offer them.
Well, with her skill in spellcraft, she certainly could do so if she wanted to. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Eora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Aldra's titties, the Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant.
Do you believe the Dream Scourge brought the Archmage here?
Well, Nakukubel is the largest of the godless ruins. It's still got its share of secrets. There must be something in there of interest to Ringrim. Probably something powerful.
Now's our chance to find out.
I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the Godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Ringrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
Let's go Grow Gang. Marius, please go back to camp and let Kai know our plans, alright?
You got it. I'll make sure to roll around in the warm sun for a bit while I'm at it.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
New companion. The foremost godless expert Yatzli packs a lot of magical skill into her small frame. A self-taught wizard, she honed her craft while dungeon diving into the ruins all across the living lands. With her grimoire in hand, she manipulates the very essence of the world around here. She can not only conjure terrifying displays of power against her enemies, but also dispel any arcane illusions that deceive the senses. That's probably what that weird symbol was. Okay, we've picked up Yatzli. We've picked up... Oops. All the quests in Thirdborn. So it is time to leave town. Can I actually... I'd like to go back here and see if I can actually open that weird purple rock thing now that I have Yatzli.
Listening to Yatzli's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else.
You don't trust her?
Well, don't you think it's a little convenient? You need to go somewhere no one ever goes, and here she is to show you the way? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then.
You seem really bothered by this.
Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading.
The Dream Scourge is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. Now our people. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands.
Even if we heal the living lands, we still need to wrest it away from the Steel Garrote.
How can anyone expect us to do both? As if the Dream Scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the Adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness.
That's true of the Steel Garrote, but not all of Adir.
The Steel Garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom. I don't know if we can win all three.
We can. It won't be easy, but we'll make it.
You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but It feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am.
Must be nice having Yatzli around.
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatzli. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatzli, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good.
We all need a few bad influences in our lives.
Oh, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins?
Maybe she knows more than she lets on.
She's a smart one. I'll give her that. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet. You too. When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the physical and the spiritual, not bickering over sulfur.
Well,
yet here we are. Thanks to you, Thirdborn will have all the ammunition they need to defend themselves. In theory.
I didn't want Thirdborn to share Fiorma Severno's fate.
Point taken. At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dream Scourge. And it'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the living lands out of your Empire's clutches. Still, maybe a little gunpowder is better than none at all. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animancer, not a strategist. Pleasant dreams.
For the camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least.
Nope.
But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course.
Trust me, none understand your pain like I do. My sleep has suffered horribly.
Oh, lovely to hear that. Not only am I in an Adiran camp, I'm in a cheap Adiran camp. But, as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind?
The char you had me fetch for you earlier, is it worth that much?
I'm the only buyer you'll find here, and I already have the jar. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some haggling. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find.
Is that how you got that burn running around old flammable ruins?
I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess, though. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire.
Yeah, I never noticed her burn right now, but it's there on her shoulder. When you say everything...
I mean, my arm wasn't the only casualty. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end.
Did you ever... No, dreams of what?
Just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams.
Personally, my favorite dream involves several lengths of rope and an enticing courtier from home.
Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
That's one use for rigging.
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
Is that all you guys have to talk about? Nope, Mario says something else?
I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it.
Worse places than a hot, barren land filled with chasms and sinkholes?
At least I know how to deal with those sorts of things. Rope, lantern, extra water skins. Yatzli's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders.
Are you afraid of spiders now?
No, why would I be? I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin.
I appreciate your concern, Marius.
Right. Just keep it in mind, I guess. Anyway. If I must.
Everybody done?
I'm starving. Serves me right for not packing enough snacks.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place.
How so?
Well, that's what I'm trying to nail down. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller?
Yep. Indeed, even the pleasures of court fade over time.
It's not that I've gotten tired of the place. It's like it's shrunken and dried out, like an old gourd. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis, dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types, people like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars.
The Thirdborn you describe sounds more like legend than reality.
I guess it felt like one, too. Hardtack and Merc brew after a long day's patrol tasted better than any feast. Being back, it felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death.
Thirdborn has probably changed over the years, but so have you.
Yeah, but I thought age was supposed to bring wisdom. Something to balance out the back pains and creaky knees. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temeriti's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving?
Sometimes surviving is enough.
For a while, I suppose. Eventually, you need more. What about you? You were sent by your Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. You released Igwolf, but you didn't stop the Steel-Garot's attack on Fjord. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides?
I follow my principles, not my commands.
That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow.
So tell me about Tama's badge, the one we're looking for.
A marker of his service to Thirdborn's defense. And something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rauatayan naval tradition that Thirdborn's kept alive. And another debt I owe him. Shake the sand out of your bedroll before you settle in.
Okay. We found...
Careful with that thing. We're not even sure what fits like a glove.
And... we got some more Audra, so we can upgrade this. Balrock skin. Don't know nothing about that. Okay, this needed more living iron and cave coral. Well, I can make more cave coral. And I can make a little bit of this, but I don't think it's enough. I need 4 more if I can. I craft this. Then you craft that. Oops. Then you craft that. And then you upgrade this. Gosh, we're doing so much damage. Our crit hit chance isn't going up, but our damage and our stun is, which is important. Okay, this needs blackwood, branches, and cave coral. Craft all of those. Craft all of those. How many branches did I need? 9. 9 more branches. I got 7. It's fine. And I needed that for upgrading this. Upgrades.
Marius.
And then we are finally level 15, so we can look at these. Ooh, retribution sounds cool. And I have 3 points. Is there anything in the ranger tree? Yes, I wanted to upgrade that. I've been waiting for that point. Oh, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna upgrade my crit. And then I'm gonna do retribution. And then my companions. Yatzli's got 4. It's her passive. Yep, let's just go all in on her passive. Then I've got 1 point here. At this point in the game, I feel like there's no point in upping my intellect at all. Stamina. Let's up our damage again. Alright, and we're at the camp and we were gonna go...
Could I examine your soul?
Into the, mine again. With our new girl gang.
Seeds of change, their petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole, safe.
What are you talking about?
The soil does not want these cities. It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song. But first, the sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the bird song.
Why would you want Thirdborn gone?
The dam falls. The river returns to its source. It is how the land was and should always be. We want all of them gone. We wish for life to flourish again.
There's life in Shatterscarp now, don't you see it?
Pilchards growing on bushes. Life that should not be here. Death nourishes the soil. All things come from the rot.
We don't need death for things to grow.
The spider devours her mate to lay her eggs. We ponder, dream of shifting sands now. We will speak again.
Honestly, now I'm a bit concerned that she's gonna destroy the whole all the cities if she's set free.
Scourge out there. Never.
Sometimes in this game it seems like you really gotta like beeline to the city to pick up your companions so you can have their abilities while you're out and about. Because, you know, after we picked up Giada, we needed all the shock stuff, and then now that we picked up Yatzli and her dispel, we've gotta go back and...
Walk like it's hard.
Thank you, Yatzli. Luckily, that's the only one we found, so... Now that we've got her in our gang, we can just get them all the time. Alright. We are not doing the main story. We learned our lesson. So, what are we close to? Literally nothing. Okay, let's go down then. And we'll go get this bounty. So back the way we came. That was the homestead. Yes. Alright, we never made it up top there either. Okay, let's go back up here first. Because we went down the right side of this, but we never looked at the left. I just want to take a peek, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Well then.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Okay. Uh-oh. You know what? They're throwing fire at me. I will throw ice at you. Yes, yes, set me on fire. Oh, there it is.
I'm not used to quiet.
Party in the brush! Feed on me to the earth!
Yatzli, look out! Watch the left!
Nope, you've got green.
Nicely done!
Is that everybody? An exceptional bow. Nice. Ooh, new sword. We'll check that out in a second. Okay. Common. Killing an enemy gives you 10% attack damage and 10% move speed. Special attack stun nearby kith cannot be chained. No, I think I'll keep what I got. What do you break down into? Living iron and corrupted Adra? But you sell for 6k. We'll sell you. Fine bow does less. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yep, we will switch to that and sell those. Okay. That was easy peasy. Let's go back up this way and deal with those guys on the ridge that were yelling at me. Hello?
Hey, stay back. This is our rock. You want a vantage point? Find something else.
What are you doing up here?
Staying safe? Helak said the problem with Thirdborn is it doesn't give us a clear view of all the threats.
Oh, okay.
Helak hasn't steered us wrong before. He said we'll be safe as long as we're here. So we're staying until the plague ends, or until Helak tells us to leave.
I don't think the Dream Scourge works like that.
You think? But you don't know, do you? Go away. For all I know, you're a new type of dream thrall come to lure us down.
Okay.
I wish Helak was here.
Who is this Helak you keep talking about?
He's the one who's been keeping us safe. Helak said to wait here until he gets back. He went off to look at that rock formation near the burned settlement. Helak said there could be an even more defensible position, but he hasn't returned.
He might be dead.
Helak? No. I've seen him take down a Stelgar with his bare hands. He's gonna come back. And we're gonna stay here until he does.
That is not going to work out for you guys.
I'm not going to catch it. I won't.
Okay. They said he was going to go look at a rock formation near the burned settlement. Like that weird rock formation? You're looking this way, but I don't see anything over there. So I guess I'm gonna go look at that weird rock formation, but I don't think anything's there. Yeah, it just looks like one of these things. A fossil. Hold on. Was there a... No, it's just a plant. Come on. Okay, this burn settlement.
He disturbs us. Cory in the brush. Invaders in the... I let you have that one.
That corpse,
Yep.
I assume, is Helak. No surprises there. This village has felt the touch of death. Or something worse than death.
Oh, I can get there from up there. What's this door? Bard. Okay. Research house key. suddenly that door is open? Yeah.
We've got company!
Enemy to the right! Too hot!
Another soul for the wicked.
Well, stop letting them hit you.
Yatzli, well done. Messy equipment, contaminated samples. This is no lab.
Spindle Walker. Webs no longer slow you. Successful parries from returns to laying webs that slow enemies. We'll give it a shot. Man, we are just swimming in lockpicks right now. What's that chocolate? Oops. Chocolate cookie. Perception, dex, and movement. That's cool. What is that way? No idea. So we'll go back that way in a moment. Alright. Sure, let's go down the creepy well. Okay, let's go.
Be prepared for anything.